So I have a problem. I use a lot of latex gloves. I have all these boxes and they keep moving on me. They keep walking away. I can never find them, so I end up with 5 or 6 opened at once. I need to find a home for these boxes so they stop walking away. And this is the story of what I built to fix that problem. Not a lot of wood turning in this week's project, but just so you get your weekly fill of turning, here's a preview of an upcoming project where I put some bronze wool inside of some epoxy and turned it into a little vase. But in the meantime, I use a lot of blue gloves because I don't like getting CA glue on my fingers, and I don't like getting a lot of the other stuff on my fingers. So I just like these blue gloves. I get them from Harbor Freight. They're relatively inexpensive. But what I don't want is to have them just sitting like this. I want them mounted somewhere back here on my new tool wall that I can drop a box into, use them up. If I pull on it, it won't pull them out. Maybe it kind of reinforces the side a little bit because I tend to rip them when I open them. So let's build something from scrap that I can attach to my tool wall that will do all this for me. Okay, I took up some measurements of the actual glove box. Just rough, I'm just guessing, it doesn't really matter. And I found a couple pieces of scrap. It's really the same type of plywood. It's not too nasty. The back wall is already this kind of construction pine plywood, so I'm just going to reuse this. So we're going to start with going at the table saw and ripping it. Here's a dimensional drawing of what I'm actually building. All the sizes are laid out in both imperial and in metric. Now, if you use a different brand or a different size box, your dimensions will vary. You'll have to figure that out, or maybe you want to do it differently. It's up to you. But this is what I did. Take it for what you want. Now we're going to head to the table saw. We're going to cut this out. I'll start by ripping the front piece to 3.5 inches or about 90 millimeters. Then I'll set the saw fence to 2.5 inches or about 64 millimeters, and I'll rip the side piece. Before I cut the front piece up to size, I'm going to cut the dado out from all of them at once. So instead of getting my dado blade out, which I'm just too lazy to do it, I don't need to, it's just easier to nibble this away for a shop project, I'm going to remove a rabbet that is really just one piece of plywood wide. Whatever the size of your plywood is, that's the size of the rabbet, so that we can create this L that will form the bracket itself. With my one plywood wide rabbet nibbled away, I create that L that I was looking for. And a box should fit right inside of there nice and neatly, so we're almost ready to go. Now we can cut these up to size with the crosscut sled. Now I'm going to dial in the crosscut sled stop to 5 1/8 inches or about 130 millimeters. That way everybody is exactly the same height. Doesn't matter if I'm off a little bit, they will all line up. I'll have no issues when I go to glue it up. Yeah, I got a little fancy with the camera here. I put the little tripod on the sled so it's moving with the sled. It kind of makes me motion sick. I'm going to clean up the end of the front piece and then cut them to size. The sides are attached to the wall with 2 pocket screws. So I'm just going to put a pocket screw on each end, the long end, so that I can just screw into my wall. It's a wood shop. I've already put plywood up there. There's plenty to hold on to. This isn't really, there's not a lot of weight on this. It'll handle it no problem. So I'll add these pocket screws in, then we're almost ready to start glue up. I'm going to use Type Bond 2 for my glue up, but I am not known for my patience and I want this to go faster, so I'm going to add some Type Bond. Then I'm going to add a little bit of CA glue on the 2 ends. The CA glue, I'll clamp it initially, spray the accelerator, then the CA glue will act as a clamp holding it together until the Type Bond kicks in. So I'll throw glue into that rabbet, then a little bit of CA on each side, clamp them up, hit it with some accelerator, clean up any glue, then I can unclamp it and I'm ready to go. I made a bit of a mistake. Let's just call it an oversight. I didn't put a bottom on it. Without a bottom, when I put the box in there, it's going to fall right to the floor. So I guess in my design, the floor was the bottom, and that collects a lot of junk. So at the table saw, I took a piece of 1/2 inch ply, cut it up, and I'm just going to glue it with the CA glue and the Type Bond into the bottom. That'll catch the box as it slides in. Any gunk or junk will come to the top of the box. Nothing I can do about that, but there won't be stuff inside it. Okay, next day, they're all glued up. Everything is set. Now I'm going to sand it. I don't want to nick myself or scratch myself on the corners. I like things to be nice and smooth. So we're just going to round this over. I think I'm going to go start with 180 grit, go to 220. It's nothing all that important. I'll go over them, get them ready, and then we can ready for install. After sanding everything smooth and knocking all the high points off and the rough points off, I'm going to use some Minwax oil modified polyurethane. I like this stuff for shop projects because it dries and you can recoat in 2 hours. You can usually get away with a little less than that, maybe an hour. I like to push the envelope. So I'm just going to add a thin coat, then I'll lightly sand it, and I'll probably add another coat, and we're ready for install. I want to apologize for the camera work in this section of the video. It's really tight in here, and it's just not designed to record in this direction. I decided to only put one box over here, so I'm going to put it right up against the wall, so I'll screw through the face of the plywood into the wall, and then I'll screw the other side in using the pocket screws. So now I can pull that brace out from the bottom that I used to hold everything in place and keep it all level, and I am good to go. I have a spot for my gloves. And this one's a wrap. I finally have a home for my gloves, so they can't walk away on me anymore. The box slides right in, pulls out cleanly, and it won't get crushed. Of course, I put the box in upside down. It bothers me more than it should that it's upside down. Past Todd, please turn the box over. How can he not see that? He never listens to me. Anyway, the holder works, the gloves have a home, and I can finally stop opening 5 boxes at once. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next week.